Hello again. So I've been riding this Tern Link D8, 8 gears. I would prefer a gear up. So I've been riding it for the last 2 days in Lviv, some cobblestone roads, etc. It is okay, it's not bad. I would prefer bigger tires, wider tires, 50 millimeters. Lower the tire pressure, then it should be able to glide more over the road. And I've been using this Spanning HO tail lamp, battery powered. So it's one of the downsides, there's no dynamo, which means you need to do battery charging, etc. I took the Philips SafeRide 80 or Philips Wave Light, but this is actually the later version with neutral white light. It is a pretty good beam still, but one of the downsides with all the bumps, bad roads, this tends to shift, and here the thick rubber is not good. The thicker the rubber, the more it's going to deform, be able to deform and slide because of the friction becoming less. And really you should have something sturdy with a very thin layer of rubber. Anyway, that was their solution to dealing with different handlebar diameters, and it was a mistake. Of course the ball mount was the worst mistake. And I've got here the mount that I normally have on my pinion bike, which works pretty well, from Interphone. So this is a dampener for vibrations, so it moves around a little. One issue I had is that's this this thing below here, which moves, rotates. It was sometimes very hard to rotate, and what I did was then I thought maybe get some graphite grease, not really grease, graphite powder, maybe graphite grease. But actually I thought what I used with a Rubik's Cube long ago, put some soap in it, liquid soap, and then a little water, and it slides really well. When it's a bit, for example winter, you have absolutely no problem because there's always a little dampness, and it lubricates really well. Saddle, that's rubbish. It already gets too hot, and it's now early November. If it were my bike, I would put on a Brooks saddle or another leather saddle. Let's see what else. The folding works fairly well. You do this clip and you click it, and you have the same here. Works fairly well. It's not nearly as small as a Brompton, but it was fairly easy to use, to stow away on the train, and maybe it's good to buy one for that reason. So this is really my first experience of a bike, riding with a foldable bike. I have tried one before, but for short term, and this one is a better quality Tern. It rides well, I have to say. It rides almost the same as my normal bike. What I miss is bags on the rear for groceries and things like that. That's really something I miss. And of course dynamo lighting. Dynamo lighting is like an always full battery. You don't have to think about anything. It's really useful. Even if battery powered lighting is stronger, you don't need that for most situations. Philips SafeRide 80 or Philips LED bike light. It is good but heavy, and you need to charge all the time. That is not really what I want. But in any case, maybe this was useful. I had a look on available bikes. I had a look last year already. I was thinking about it. Birdie, for example, which has full suspension. Then you have Molten, which is really expensive. I saw a stainless steel version, £12,000. Oh, no way. But second-hand ones, still £2,000 or more. So they'll be €2,500 or so. Then you get, of course, Dahon. Brompton. Of course, Brompton is probably the best regarding foldability, how quickly and how small it folds. Then there are several others, usually cheaper brands. I don't know yet. Any suggestions? Let me know. Bye for now. So November the 3rd, I think. No, 4 actually. Yeah, the 4th of November in Lviv, 2025. Didn't see so many generators today, but yeah, just the generator era was back. That's it for now. Bye.